It's Week 8 of the National Football League, and it's presented by EA Sports. It's the Cowboys and the reigning NFC champs, and it comes your way next on Madden NFL 20.
Marching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Now we'll see what the right arm of Dak Prescott has in store as the Dallas Cowboys offense sets up shop.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it, in the middle of the schedule. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Joe Tryon in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Another try after the first down sack. Prescott under pressure, and they got to him again. In on the sack, the former Buckeye, Tyquan Lewis.
Boy, how about this to start a ball game? That's twice in a row now, Charles, that they get to him.
And how often do we talk about offenses that operate off of a script to begin games? Feels like this defense had their script together on this one, and their script said put the quarterback down and do it fast.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they'll look to throw. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And they'll get 15, but that won't be nearly enough. It's 4th down. So they wind up throwing it against your advice, but the result's still a 4th down.
Well, it did turn out to be a safe throw. And you know how sometimes coaches talk about using short passing game as a run? Essentially, that's what they did there. Now they can kick it away.
Now Jordan Berry on to kick this one away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense.
Tampa Bay coming out along with a man who needs no introduction, the great Tom Brady.
And I think if you ask most folks to give you their first half MVP, very likely they're going to say it's this man right here. The NFL's leader in touchdown passes to this point in the season. Still 2 months to go. But if he can keep going to the pace he's at, it's going to be a dangerous team come January, and he could very well walk away with the MVP.
Brady's throw taken in by Evans here.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A gain of 6 there on first.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
Yeah, I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And a catch right side by Evans.
And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man of the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
That's complete. It's Chris Godwin.
With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in third in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first, because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Keyshawn Vaughn. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll run here with Vaughn. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Here we go now on 1st and goal. Brady. And he's got his tight end, Howard. It's a Buccaneer touchdown. O.J. Howard, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs have taken a first-quarter lead. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games, and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you, along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it's all finished off with a touchdown by Tampa Bay. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This is Tony Pollard. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. And they enter play here in this one on a 2-game win streak, plus they come off the open week as well. So this is a team that has a lot of things working in their favor.
Oh, it certainly is, and let's face it, this team is playing so well. The worry now is that after a few extra days off, they'll be sluggish coming into this game. So I've heard that they spent more time in practice working what they call good versus good, starting offense versus starting defense. They want a fast start in this next game. They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Prescott to throw it. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Joe Tryon has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Here's Jordan Berry now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now a fair catch taken just across midfield, maybe by a yard or two. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. And coming up on their second drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice. It all came together, but I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
And some nifty footwork that time. It only amounts to a couple of yards, but could have been stopped before that. Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
Vaughn on 1st and 10. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now they'll throw with Brady. And this one is incomplete. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. Here's Brady to throw. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
They'll run on first down. It's Vaughn. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 46 yards rushing for him now. He's carried the ball just 5 times.
They're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
Vaughn. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Keyshawn Vaughn with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Buccaneers are off to a 13-0 first-quarter lead. Well, wherever he is on the field, he is certainly slippery with a football in his hands, and he proved it right there.
And normally moves like that aren't supposed to work this deep in the red zone because there's not enough space. Normally way more effective when you're working out in the open field. But here, incredible shiftiness, excellent contact balance, and he works his way into the end zone.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. So that drives 7 plays in length, and it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Dak and the Cowboys ready for their next possession. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
Well, he'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for. One of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Throwing, Prescott. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. Now Prescott. And this is going to be incomplete. Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Dallas. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. On the return is Peterson. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And you see his numbers from a week ago. He was up over 100 yards then, and he's already hit pay dirt here once in this one.
We always talk about quarterbacks and receivers getting into rhythm, right? Really feeling good, finding each other downfield. I think running backs operate the same way. They can hit a good rhythm and a good stride, and he's carrying it over from last week.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. First carry for Raheem Mostert. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly, and this one could be coming back. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. 2nd down and another run with Edmonds. Edmonds a 1st down and more. Fighting his way through contact. And finally brought down at the 38. 44 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries. They finally caught up to him there at the end of the play, but great inside handoff and what a powerful run.
The first few yards seemed relatively easy. Then it got tougher, right? And that's where he showed that he was not going to go down easily. He was not going to be denied until he got everything he could out of that run.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Brady. It's caught. It's Miller. $14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Brady gives this one to Vaughn. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
They go back to the ground, this time Mostert. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. On 1st down, Vaughn, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here, 2nd down. The last run got a couple, here's 2nd and 8. Working from the gun, it's Brady. That's complete to his running back, Evans. Give him 8 on the play, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. They'll try and run for it with Vaughn. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a 1st down.
Well, we got beef eaters licking their chops and tasty dish in one fell swoop.
I did apologize in advance, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. That line's not eating tofu, I'll tell you that much for free. And his kick is good. And the It's now 17-0. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
Now Pollard. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. On 2nd down, Elliott. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. The Cowboys on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. But forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Toss left to Elliott. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Here's Prescott.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Lavonte David. And the Buccaneers are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Well, we've seen a lot of mistakes here in this first half, and another there on the interception.
Yeah, they're certainly starting to pile up, aren't they? Because, let's face it, we expect a miscue here and there, but they're already down 3 scores and still giving the ball away. If they want to get back into this one, they've got to take care of the ball because right now the way they're playing doesn't say a whole lot for their chances.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. Throwing on first down is Brady. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. To throw on 2nd and 10. Brady. He'll swing that out to Edmonds. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. From the gun, it's Brady. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Howard. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Taking it about the 16. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Dak and the Cowboy offense heading back onto the field. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground, but that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much.
And we'll see if they can keep him off the ground now going forward. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. They had 3 tight ends in on that set, and they were really good at blocking for their running back.
And give them a lot of credit because in football nowadays, tight ends coming out of college often don't block very often. These guys have really developed into superior blockers, and that's why they use them in this formation so often.
They'll run with Elliott. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. Prescott. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack.
So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Incomplete. Right side, the tight end Rudolph. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the 1st. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
Here's Jordan Berry now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. 14's the mark. 14's the mark. To throw is Brady. And he slings one that's incomplete. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. To throw, it's Brady. They'll find Miller. That's complete. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. Zeke and the Cowboys ready to begin their next drive. They haven't been able to get him on track. They haven't been able to get this offense on track. No points so far.
Maybe it's time to start doing a few different things. Throwing the ball a little bit. Maybe featuring other people, touching it for a while. And then you get a chance to come back to him when things have changed a little bit. They have to make an adjustment.
Well, still time for him here as we sit in the 2nd quarter. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Prescott. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On third down, Elliott. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
Well, now he's looking just to add to his totals. On first down, Brady. And this is caught by Evans. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On first and 10, here's Brady. He'll get this underneath to Edmonds. Not much there, only a yard. Second and 9. Now Brady. To the right side, complete to Miller. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Brady to throw again. Looking downfield for Godwin. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Brady. That's complete to Edmonds, his running back. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, good work in that first half. More from you guys in a minute. But first, let's get to some scores right here on the day before Halloween. We'll get started over at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. And that one getting close to halftime with the Falcons out in front. 2 touchdown passes there for the former MVP, Matt Ryan. From there, we head up to Foxborough to check on the Patriots at home at Gillette Stadium. And they trail the visiting Chiefs in that one. Patrick Mahomes has thrown a touchdown pass. Finally, we finish at MetLife Stadium to see what's going on with the Jets. And they are in a tight one, all tied with the visiting Minnesota Vikings. With that, let's take a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Cowboys. And they will need to get this passing game in gear because they did not do much of anything in that first half. And it's why the scoreline is what it is. Meanwhile, for the Bucs, they had a little more success than their counterparts did in the passing game, as evidenced by the numbers there.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. So here are the Bucs to take over on offense. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. Brady and the Bucs now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Throwing now is Brady. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st. Edmonds running out of the shotgun. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now Brady. And this one caught by Cameron Brate. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Brady leaves with Vaughn on the draw. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. From the 41, Brady. He completes it to Evans. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 20-yard line. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Into the red zone, it's Brady.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. 2nd and 10.
Brady now to throw. He's got his tight end over the middle, O.J. Howard. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Here's a handoff to Vaughn.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard.
When a good play is made on defense, oftentimes leverage is the key to everything. Defensive line not getting turned, all the other guys making sure they're in the right spot, and on that play, they were able to stop him short of a first down.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And the lead now increases to 20-0. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
Yeah, he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the 2nd half. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Throwing, Prescott.
And that'll be caught by Fehoko.
That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. Now Prescott. He's got his receiver, Cooper.
And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So Amari Cooper from Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. But don't forget his athletic ability. That's what made that catch there.
He did spend 1 year with Teddy Bridgewater as his quarterback there, so that helped back in high school. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, they certainly haven't been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Shaquille Barrett in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
And they'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Here's Prescott. And the pressure gets to him again. Shaquille Barrett has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Looks like another empty possession here, partner. And I don't think with 3 scores down in the third quarter, they can truly afford any more the rest of the way.
No, especially the way their offense is sputtering. I think you're exactly right. They got to find some answers quickly. Here's Jordan Berry now, standing just outside his own goal line. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And we have seen a decline in the numbers. Where does the fault lie? Just him? Maybe the guys up front? Combination?
Well, as you and I both know, it's almost always a collective deal. But in this case, I think maybe the offensive line got a little overconfident. They had blocked so well in the first half, picked up on what the defense was doing. I think we've seen an adjustment now that they have not picked up on, and now they're being a little bit overwhelmed.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 2nd down and 3. Here's Brady. Over the middle, he finds Godwin, complete. Brady finding Godwin there for a Buccaneer first.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Vaughn on the handoff. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Brady. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Evans. And the Cowboys here on 3rd down bringing in an extra defensive back. Brady going to throw. There's Evans again, complete. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
On play action, now Brady. This is caught by Evans. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
Now Brady again. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route. Ordinarily, it's probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a two-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Dallas offense set for this next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Prescott. Oh, Prescott stripped.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down. The give is to Elliott. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Dallas. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. Tom Brady leads the offense out for their next possession. And the numbers for the last drive, and he was perfect, which maybe isn't surprising because he has not missed a pass in this game yet.
And it lets you know just how precise things have to be for a quarterback to be perfect, because that means the line's blocking really well. No one's dropping any of the passes thrown to them, and the quarterback is accurate. It's almost like a pitcher throwing a no-hitter or a perfect game, isn't it? He's the principal guy, but he needs a lot of help.
Time to find out if he can keep that perfect game going here, partner. Back now in Tampa. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. On 2nd down, it's Vaughn. And he'll get this one up to the 26. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 4th quarter, a nice run there to start this drive. Charles, what do you think the split will be here between run and pass?
Well, partner, I think it'll lean towards the run, but this is also not a time where you just totally do that. You still have to possess the ball, move the sticks, and keep the clock moving as well. So they'll run their offense, But yeah, when they have a chance to run it, they'll do that a little bit more.
Charles, you said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Vaughn. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. 1st down, Tampa's Brady hooks up with Howard. This is Vaughn. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Staying on the ground with Vaughn. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. The Bucs on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Running right through it. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. 89 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. On the run is Vaughn. Room here to run. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 1st down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy catch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. On 2nd down, this is Edmonds. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. To throw, it's Brady. Touchdown! Mike Evans. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bucs are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. I'm not sure what other ground there is to cover here. I mean, this offense has been amazing. Just total domination, Charles.
They've clicked so well, and if you really focus in on the offensive line, they've protected well when they wanted to throw the ball. They've moved people off the line of scrimmage when they wanted to run it. Smiles all the way around. This offense has been really good in this one.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. So that drive 12 plays in length, and it ends with a touchdown for the Bucs. Ball Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. The Dallas offense back out onto the field. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this fourth quarter.
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 right at the 30. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. Throw is Prescott.
Got his man, it's Fehoko.
And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. And they call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Mike Evans and the rest of the offensive unit heading back out there now. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
127 yards rushing for him now as this sensational afternoon continues.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's probably run them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
They'll run here with Vaughn.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Brady gives this one to Vaughn.
Man, he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. On 2nd down now, it's Vaughn. And he'll get this down only to about the 46.
Again, a run with Vaughn.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It's a pickup of 4, but they're still a yard short here with 4th down, forthcoming. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, I was watching him in warm-ups, and he hit a 62-yarder that hit the crossbar and went over. This one a little bit inside of that, but not enough leg.
And the difference is what?
Well, your live conditions, right?
Live conditions, game conditions are a whole lot different than practice, where you just pop it up there, no rush, no pressure. I think maybe that takes a couple yards away from you when you have to do it when it's real.
First down, Prescott. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Shaquille Barrett in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. So time has run out on what will be a Tampa Bay victory. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for the Buccaneers, they run their mark to 6-2 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for Dallas, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far. And they'll be